Hey everyone, Bryant here with HeatPress Nation. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you 3 simple tips that you should use every day so that you can cut your designs properly and make sure you're using your cutter at its full potential. So the first step here is we're going to show you how to size your image properly to make sure your designs will always fit in your vinyl. Right here we have a logo that it shows to be 19.6 inches by 5.2 inches. When you look at this arrow that points up and down, that actually refers to the width of your vinyl. So for example, if you have a 24-inch cutter, typically you can cut about 22 inches or so on that. So this means that this number can go up to 22 inches. Now, since we have a fairly long design, we're going to go ahead and rotate this so that it can actually fit in the width of our vinyl. So let's just pretend that this image was a little bit bigger, like 24 inches, and I tried to send this job out by going to File, Output, and then clicking Read Material Size. Now it's read at 21.9, so automatically it will tell you jog will be segmented, which means your design is way too big for the size that was measured. So you either have to remeasure it or you have to redesign it. So if I go over to preview, it will try to change the size of the design. So we're going to just go ahead and resize this down just a bit so that it fits within the 21-inch size. So I'm going to click the number here, type it in, and hit enter. And automatically, if I go to File, Output, the message of the segmentation has disappeared. And if I go to Preview, it fits perfectly within the size of my vinyl. And then if you ever wanted to make it bigger along this way, to of course make it longer, you can always cut this way as well. And then if you go to Preview, you should never have this kind of issue because you have a lot of space here now. Okay, in this next part, we'll be showing you how to cut multiple colors. Sometimes you'll be working with designs that are 2 to 3 different colors. And the main thing you have to make sure is that the design, first of all, is vectored, just like this graphic is. And then there's a clear separation between the 2 colors. In this case, you can see the blue and the gray. So we're going to go ahead and just resize to any size that you would generally work with. And if you want to cut the blue or the gray first, all you got to do is go to File, Output, and under here, Objects will tell you exactly which color you can select at a time. So if I select the blue, then that means only gray cut in this logo will appear, and then this portion has disappeared. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. Now we're going to check for the gray. So I go to File, Output, I load my gray vinyl or any colored vinyl you want, and then you click this, and then you can go to gray, preview that, and then it'll show it right here. Now one thing that's very important here is now here's the third part. If you want to cut this in multiple jobs, not just one job at a time, pretty much the way to do that is you go to File, Output, and this is where you want to enter the number of how many copies you want to put. The most important thing is that your measurement has to be correct. So first measure your material and hit Read Material Size, and then determine how many copies you actually want to cut. So if I want to cut 20 of these, first of all, you put the number there, and it's going to tell you that it fits 3.59 times one above the other. So what that means is if I click Preview, here we go. So it stacks 3 within the width, because that's how much you can actually fit. And then it goes all the way back down to the very end right here. So technically speaking, we could probably do 21. If I were to cut this in the other way, so let's go ahead and resize this about 20. I'm going to rotate this over, and let's just say I sent it like this, and I put 20. Now all of a sudden, you're being smarter about your material space, and you're utilizing all this width that could be wasted. So now everything stacks perfectly along the width and length of your vinyl, and you're going to be very smart about using your vinyl space this way. If you ever want to break apart an image, so let's say for example you want to ungroup this and then you want to cut just the G, right? You can individually select that now. You can go to File, Output, and let's just say I want to cut 30 of these. Put the number in there, make sure you hit Read Material, and then hit Preview, and then all of those letters will be stacked perfectly like that, so you can utilize all the space you want. So I would highly recommend always checking preview before you cut so that you know what you're cutting, and read material size is very, very important for all this. If you have any further questions about vinyl cutting or using Great Cut software, please be sure to contact us at 1-800-215-0894 or visit our website at heatpressnation.com.